Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Black One's Attorney, and you're watching Channel 2, NEE TV. Let's get into it. Alright. Another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. And this is the final trial. The final day of the trial. Alright. This is it. I also can't believe this dude really freaking tased us. This man Von Karma really tased us in the police station. Like, nobody heard that. No one heard the commotion. You could have, like, you know what? I don't know. I don't care. But I know he's gonna bring up DL6 in this, so this is gonna be a fiasco, right? This is going to be a huge fiasco. Alright, this is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get are going to get a lot. Oh my gosh. Things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Wow. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. So y'all are just like not concerned at the fact that y'all got shocked. Y'all got attacked. Like, y'all are really just cool with yourselves getting attacked, and like y'all are really just cool with getting tased. Like, oh yeah, he tased us, but it don't matter. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with the pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Hey, what? She should do what now? Discharge? Okay, I know what type of discharge he's talking about. He's talking about actually, not, lose all the charge. But, alright, right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa! Wow, pal. Gumshoe? Yep. What has gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As I promised, I captured our runaway caretaker. Just brought him in. Took her all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember it, and I'm gonna prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. This is it. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Whoa, okay. He actually said it this time. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement? Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop's caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. How do you lose memory? How do you lose your own? Like, how do you forget your own name? Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Break your ass up. Alright, why I left court, yeah. Yeah, please tell us. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? Watch, she's gonna object. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. He looked like he'd be called Yanni Yogi. Alright. I'd call what you did running away, not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there is no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Yeah, we all know. Yeah, we know he got to him. Then why did you leave, bro? Why did you leave? Just about to say why. It's so hard. If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Is that a reference to the last trial? Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. You can afford that? But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kinda got lost, see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one is going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured it had nothing to do with this incident. You've lost much of your memory. Is that correct? Yep. It seems like that. Then how could you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. You don't got a motive? Hold up. How can you say you had no motives? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That is why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over until the trial ends. Oh, shoot. My screen clicked off. Okay. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes. Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Yes, it does. Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem in your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. Oh, it's quite simple. He's Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law. As you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. The parrot, bro. Because the parrot, remember the parrot was saying, the parrot said, remember, don't forget DL6. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? Does he have no fingers? How do you have no How you got no fingerprints if you don't? Unless you don't got fingers, bro. Everybody has fingerprints. Unless you're wearing gloves. Even. What? What? No fingerprints? Wait your ass. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. You burned all of them off. Or burned them off. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Von Karma up? Oh, on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it, bro. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. What kind of... This whole court is just a circus, bro. I mean, like, you mean to really tell me we're about to straight up bring a parrot to court and cross-examine it? Like, how? Like, what kind of kangaroo court is this? This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Yeah, I don't think, no one would have expected a freaking parrot, bro. I need water for this, bro. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except for the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. They really brought a parrot to the stand. That's quite a bird. Yeah. Please, tell us your name. Nah, bro, we need to take a screenshot of this, bro. What the? Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well. Witness, who is your owner? Please testify to us. Witness testimony. It's a goddamn parrot. Hello. Hello, squawk. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, Wright. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Oh my gosh. What are we gonna do? I guess press. I don't. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? First, what's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot... Yeah, that shows proof. Nick, don't you think the bluff... Look, we're not here to answer... Yeah, all we have to do is the name Polly to yell you. The proof? Wait, hold up. Doesn't this mention about... Yes! Okay. Yeah, no, we're gonna... Yeah. Take that! The DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Dude. Page summary, victim data, suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That is why he named his parrot after her. Dang, though. Bro, imagine really getting named. Imagine a parrot is really the thing that they're gonna name. Like, it couldn't have been like a dog or a cat or something, maybe a child, because I know you got kids, right? You probably don't, though. I see. I guess that is possible. Objection! Why you gotta be so deep sound? My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Okay, well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiance? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence of a murder. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. We could just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well. Witness, you may continue. Alright. What do I say? Alright, so we don't need to know. The safe number doesn't really matter. So we're gonna say, have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk, don't forget DL6. Yup. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker has something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. Squawk. That's not what you were supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, Squawk. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. Oh. Are you for real right now? Of course. Why? You gotta be kidding me. It was... Of course, the day of the trial. The day we actually need it the most. What are we supposed to do now? I guess, because I'm just at a loss. What was we supposed to? Was I supposed to say the safe number thing? This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her to... Well, there's only one other thing to say, so... okay, at least... I'm thinking that we lost this. Okay, what's the safe number? Maybe if I get her to say the number of the safe. Safe? Why? Let's just try and get her to say anything. Polly, what's the number of the safe? 1228, 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. It actually does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. I just remembered. When did the murder take place again? 1228. 1228. That's the number of the safe. Take that! The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is there something relating to that safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. I don't. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number one. What? Bro, now you just told us. Now you done told us what your... Bro, you just told us what your credit card number is. Now now if anyone wants to hack you or just drain your bank account, now they can. And actually, how have you not been hacked before? That's like the most 0001 0001. Are you kidding me right now? It has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. Nobody was saying it did though. But that's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This was a mere coincidence, that is all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. This nigga better not have run away. Okay, good. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Huh? Yo! I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Yo, this man actually just... He switched up. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally, he's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as the bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi, so it was you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it was me. I did it. He really did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing, my money, my kids, my house. All this stuff on my keyboard. I gotta clean this thing. I lost everything. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Oh my gosh. Now, bring Edgeworth in. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case, so I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wow. We really did it. Yeah, let this victory music play. Alright, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. Well. Objection! Huh? Huh? What? Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait a minute. Was that Edgeworth? Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth? What? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them that he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them that he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do? 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 I mean, like, should I? I mean, like, should I do it or should I not? I don't think I should. But like, cause I really want to. Oh my god, bro. Leave it to Edgeworth. Let's just see what happens. No, I'm sure Edgeworth had thought long and hard about this. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. There's nothing we can do. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't a suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me. Why are you pointing over here, though? Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime, a crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how we should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. What is going on now? What? Alright, December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. What? The DL6 case file? I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. I mean, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. I'm in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has just admitted his own guilt. He has confessed to his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it is unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth please take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. The DL6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Okay, first of all, how long? I thought elevators weren't, like, what type of elevator were y'all in? Like, I've never heard of oxygen, like, because I'm sure there's gotta be, like, usually most, like, an elevator would have at least some small opening, at least for air to get in to ensure oxygen is always flowing. But I don't know. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. What am I going to do? That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. What was the trial your father was involved in now that day? I don't remember things very clearly, only two things. I know my father was lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Mr. Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, and no one came to help. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their control and began to argue. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then, just then, something heavy fell on my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff, Miss Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi. I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think I threw it, and I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head ever since. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream, it was a terrible scream, that I still remember to this day. There it is. One part of this testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what that means. Well, the only thing left is Wait, don't we got the DL6 bullet? Alright, let me read this again. And was depleted at the time of incident, no bullets were found. Gregory Edgeworth, defense attorney. Alright, defense attorney. Trapped in the elevator returning from a trial. One bullet found in his heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Okay, if the weapon was fired twice, what do you mean it was only a single gunshot? What you mean it was only a single gunshot, bro? Nah. Boom, take that. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot, then the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice, however we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There was no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot... Oh gosh, bro. I never realized that talking a lot actually makes you yawn, bro. Like, Alright, do you have any other proof that it was shot twice? Of course I do. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. Do you have any evidence the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Take it from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Wait. Okay, so this is when he got shot. Gunshot right here. And then this is the other gunshot. Okay. So, yeah, that's gotta be it. Because, see, how was there two... See, there's clearly a bullet hole in the glass, bro. There's no way no one would have noticed that. I mean, there's no way no one... Yeah, take that. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim is lying there, Gregory Edgeworth. This proves that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So, let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge a contradiction in the photo. The bullet hole. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth shot that second shot. Or fired the second shot. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. But Mr. Wright, but who else? But who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Alright. Okay. So we got case summary. The date, December 28th, 2001. Location, elevator, district courthouse. Air in the elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues were found on the scene. Victim data, Gregory Edgeworth, aged 35. Defense attorney, trapped in elevator returning from a lost trial with son, Miles Edgeworth, age 9. 1 bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. Suspect data, Yanni Yogi, age 37. Court bailiff, trapped in the elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Okay, so we got all that established. So what? Try the case summary page. All right, we just read that. Look, elevator, district courthouse. Okay, I'm not seeing what the case summary that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this whole matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I'm going to have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? We have the other bullet, bro. Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you were going to get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw that photograph, I thought those 2 shots would have been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought that there was another person, someone who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objection? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though it was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I shouldn't be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the right words, bro. Mr. Wright. What am I gonna do? I have an objection. Objection! Objection! Your Honor. I object. No. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Ooh, Nick, I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Ah! It must exist. What was that? Is that Mia? The second bullet. What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But we've just heard proof that it does not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just that someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the bullet? So the murderer... Oh wait, no, the murderer didn't need the bullet. Why would the murderer have spent time to look for the stray bullet? I haven't gotten a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. What, the murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, would would you have to take it? You would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's what really happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it would work. Yes, but there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside. Yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. Oh my gosh, it's under my eye. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney that I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, and yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. No one involved with that incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Von Karma. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first time, and last, he's ever taken a vacation in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could mean only one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Man, something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Should I come out and say it now? Duh! Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma! Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would need to have surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out whose doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what now, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Yes. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... So this was the one found in his heart. The metal detector, bro. That's what it is. It's the metal detector. Cause we could just like put it close to him, and if the bullet is still there, then it sounds crazy, but Mr. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I asked, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? Yes, I do. There's the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order! 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 Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Objection! Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Objection! The statute of limitation runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Oh my goodness! So it was him the entire time. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet inside my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet inside my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Mr. Wright, well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet inside of Von Karma's shoulder was the bullet from DL6? Of course you can. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the record room yesterday. Nope, with no proof, you could not convict me of any crime. Oh my gosh. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. We do have evidence. A single stray bullet. A single pale rose. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Take that! That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air! Get away! Get away from my father! Ah! Ah! It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed! Mr. Von Karma! Ah! Ah! Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me! So, it was you! You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record! And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade! I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death! 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would have been the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. When I went out into the hall, I felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, and nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. Bam. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have to come open the elevator door? Judge, what? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, yes, Your Honor, you were innocent. You are innocent. And as you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. The This court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Nick! Nick! We did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. Heh, it was pretty close though. I was sure we'd had it. I know I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done a little bit better than that. Sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You've got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget you. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Miss Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't even stick your hand in the cookie jar if no one was even there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, huh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. What? She dumped you or something? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keonce. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you've come a long way tonight. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. It's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that the amount that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38. No, Larry, it was you? What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I was never good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure that out. Well, it sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth, You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known, I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be the criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch right? Hey y'all, line up, take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. What? Why didn't they take him out? December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep? What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aw, man, she left. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah, it's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Hold it! Wait. Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was the start of it was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. You were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. The bullet.
Take that!
Take that! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced that he took all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Yeah. Thank you, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Oh, okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Yep. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now, a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Wow. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii now. Yeah, oh my gosh, bro. Bro. You keep getting these sugar mamas, bro. I forgot about this dude. Who? Wright? Yeah, I remember him. He's from the first trial. I hear he's been busy lately. Not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Dude, you were only in like one trial. You were in like the first trial, bro. Like, do we even... I don't even think I remember you. I forgot about you, bro. The bellboy? Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that adopted. Okay, but I knew, I've taken management. Should you be in the area? Stop by. Oh, wow. Now he's the manager? What about April May? Oh, Grossberg? Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Ah, yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? Old bag. Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Did you know that? I can't. Oh my gosh, bro. Again with her fast talking. There was no way. Hey, Will Powers. I'm pleased to announce that the Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that right. Okay. I'm keeping my face out of the public eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, Publicity? I didn't even know that was a position. The Penny. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she's caught her cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have the time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? I almost thought that said Yumiko Uchiha for a second. That says Uchida. Little kid. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, I snuck into the studio with the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess's suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. But they still ain't fixed that monkey head, bro. Lotta. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh? Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. Oh my gosh. Look, just stay in school, bro. Like, oh, it is. Victory. Capcom. What? A brand new episode has been added. What? No. Huh? A brand new episode has been added. Rise from the ashes. Save your progress up to this point. Yeah. I didn't even. I thought this was. Oh my gosh, bro. What? They really did that. They really just did that. They had me thinking this was the end, bro. What do you mean there's a 5th episode? Because I'm thinking, at first I was thinking like, okay, because I know this is the trilogy. This has the first 3 games. I'm thinking, okay, maybe now it's like as soon as I click in, it's gonna take me to the next game, to Phoenix Wright 2. But nope, this is still Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 1. What? You mean they really had all that credit scene reminiscing about everybody, and you mean to tell me there's a whole 5th episode? What? This must be a post. This is a post game stuff. Yo, I was thinking finally I'm done with Phoenix Wright 1. Now we can move on to the next game. I think it's Trials and Tribulation. But nope. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. Let's just see how this starts. Okay. Alright. Starting off a bit ominous. What in the... Yo, this is some smooth animation. Whoa. Wait, what? What in the world is going... What is going on? Whoa. Who the hell are you? It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Let's just see what's going on. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? Who are you? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Mia's been dead for like 6 months. Like, she's been dead. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey is no longer works here. So, you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? Yeah, I'm him. The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that is correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please. I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma. Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator. Alright, well, that's where we're gonna end off this episode. Well, we finally cleared Edgeworth's name. That was crazy. Alright, we're gonna close that out. Well, if you're looking forward to me doing episode 5, and hopefully this is the last one, if you're looking forward to me doing that, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more just like it or similar to it, Please don't hesitate to comment, like, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you on the flip side. From Channel 2, Need to Be, I am your host, Blacklands Attorney, signing off.